I'm here to give you a little context for the Answering the Call program that you're about to begin. We believe that we live in a critical time. Our politics is really broken. There's gridlock, there's partisanship, there's corruption. At this moment in our history when we really need to come together to get big things done for our country, we're finding it hard to keep the lights on in our government buildings. So we have a challenge. And the challenge is that right now, a relatively small number of these service program alumni choose to serve through politics. We know they're out there. They've served in the military and AmeriCorps and Peace Corps and all these different programs. Only a tiny sliver choose to enter politics right now, and we want that to change. And that's where Answering the Call comes into the picture. So here are the goals of this program. The first is to engage alumni of service programs, both military and civilian, in a really meaningful reflection process. Second is to guide participants to achieve a higher level of inner clarity regarding their own sense of calling to serve through politics. Our final goal, which is to build a pipeline of service program alumni who are committed to stepping up to serve through politics. But we do trust that some percentage of participants in this program will realize they will not have integrity with themselves if they don't serve through politics at this critical moment. All of this advances our mission, which is to revitalize American democracy by recruiting, developing, electing servant leaders who put community and country over self. We know that this is the type of commitment to service that people who've done the military, national service, we need more of those folks in politics. So let me give you an overview of what we're going to be covering in this Answering the Call program. At the center of this experience is a really simple but powerful question. Am I called to serve through politics? Now we know that politics is a difficult path. This is not an easy. We also know that each of us has to decide for ourselves whether we personally feel called to pursue this path. And we also know that whatever choice we come to, it's got some really profound implications, not only for ourselves, but for our families, for our community, for our country, and really for the world. And so we've created Answering the Call to give this important question the kind of time and attention it deserves. Now, all of our work is grounded in a particular approach to leadership development that is designed to help you find your own path forward. We call it the FLAME Leadership Development Model. It was first created at City Year, and it's used with permission. And at its most basic, it's got 4 elements. Now, the handle of the flame, the handle of the torch, is about organizational culture and values. Here at the New Politics Academy, our core values are those core values animate everything we do. We hope you feel those core values as a participant in this program. The next element of our model is the do. I always think about this as the part of the flame that touches the world around us. Now in politics, doing is campaigning and governing. It's our action in the world. But we know that everything we do is influenced by a more internal level, which is the know. And that's about training and education, coaching. That's about the technical skills. How do I get on the ballot? How do I put together my campaign team? It's important stuff, but it's not the whole story. There's one more piece, which is the innermost B level of the flame, and that's about identity. That's at the deepest level, who am I? Now, all 4 of these parts work together, and our approach is designed to cultivate all 4 of these different levels of the flame. But to be clear, Answering the Call is really specifically focused on the B level of the flame. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about that. The B is the innermost level of the flame. It's about identity. And implicit in this model is this idea that everything that we do and all that we know, it's an expression of who we are. It's an expression of our deepest self. Here's the thing, who we are right now, watching this video, it's really just a moment on the journey towards who we might become. And once we arrive at that consciousness, some leadership challenges become clear. We have to really try to stay awake to who we're becoming right now. How are we allowing our experiences in this moment to impact us? And we also need to stay present to who we aspire to become in the future. We have to be clear about our own aspirations for who we want to be. So I'm here now to offer an invitation. And this is the invitation at the heart of Answering the Call. It's an invitation to undertake an inner journey of personal exploration. And here's the thing, we can only illuminate the path of this journey. We have a workbook, some reflection exercises, we have some time set aside for you. But I want to be really clear that only you can choose to undertake this journey. You will get out of this what you put into it. So there are two types of reflection that happen on this program. The first is workbook exercises. We're going to give you a curriculum, and it's got a sequence of reflection questions that invite you to reflect on your mission, your values, and how you imagine your life unfolding in the years ahead. You'll have time to do that as work and then come together and discuss your responses in community with your peers. The second type of reflection we call Spark Sessions. And as part of answering the call, you are going to learn how to find the most personally compelling questions that surface for you when you seriously consider getting involved in politics. And at every session, we're going to have time to explore one of these questions that's generated by an actual member of the group. So it's a really powerful opportunity to explore the honest questions and concerns that come from each of you in community with this group of fellow servant leaders who are really grappling with this similar question. With the workbook exercises and the Spark questions, you'll be invited to engage in some really meaningful reflection in community with these fellow servant leaders who are also wondering about whether they should get into politics as well. And with that, it's time to hand you back to your facilitator to get you started on your journey. And I'll just say thank you for being a part of answering the call. Thank you for making the time to turn inwards, to seek answers to some really important questions. And we look forward to undertaking this journey with you in the weeks ahead.